And we're back with another episode of the Pals Podcast.
Well, today's not just another episode.
Today's a big episode. Because why?
It is episode 250. It's crazy, 250.
Yeah, I know. It's a crazy number.
It is. It is really, it's really exciting. I'm glad we hit it. Dan, do you remember what episode you came on at?
No, but I think this is like my 20-something. Maybe almost 30.
No, but like when did you become a part of the podcast?
June 2021.
So we were probably not
It's
even...
2023. It's been like over 2 years.
We probably weren't even maybe 100 episodes in. No, we were probably about 100 episodes in when you came on.
Yeah. But then we did start recording again, like 2 episodes a week.
Yeah, that was 2 episodes a week was crazy. Like that's wild. Like when you look back at it, you're like, how did we even do that? Like,
well, it's just a lot time.
Yeah, it's a big time commitment. But yeah, we made it 250 episodes. That's fucking insane. Oh, I swear. It's okay.
You've been swearing a lot.
I know. I'm trying not
You
to.
stopped for a bit, but then I feel like you came back.
Phases. It's tough to not swear. But yeah, this is our 250th episode. We had Ryan Shepard, DJ Ryan Shepard on the podcast. He's a 3-time returning guest. He's also like a really good pal of ours. And we did a live episode. As you guys will see, we did it at Piccolo Cafe outdoors. We had a little bit of rain, some technical difficulties, but we honestly made the best of it.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was definitely, I feel like the first 5 seconds I was nervous.
And
I called myself out on it, but then as soon as we started kind of getting into it, it was fun. We had a really good time. Shep DJ'd afterwards too, which was a lot of fun. So I would definitely do it again.
Yeah, the vibes were 100% right. If you can tell, we're a little bit hurting today.
A little tired today.
Yeah, a little bit. Like I have a sty now, I think, for the first time ever. And I'm willing to bet it's because of how hard I've been going the last few days.
Yeah,
like,
I think
honestly.
it's just time to take a break. But then Christmas is coming, so it's just not going to stop.
Yeah, see, sometimes when I go down to Florida, because I don't drink, I only drink on New Year's Eve and stuff, or the football game. So when I go to Florida, I'm actually really healthy and wholesome.
That's wild. You'd think opposite.
No, because again, when I'm at the pool, I don't care to drink. If it's just me, my mom, and TB, and my dad, I won't touch a drink. And we go for dinner, I won't have a drink.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I just feel like I have Christmas parties coming up every single day this week.
Yeah, see, I don't drink at any of those. Even my Christmas lunches, when I go with suppliers and clients, I never drink.
That's good.
Yeah. It's nice.
And then Christmas Eve, do you drink?
Nope. Well, this year I will because we're going to a football game.
Christmas Day?
Christmas Eve.
See, I basically have a party on the 22nd, the 23rd, then it's Christmas Eve, and we have drinks. Christmas Day, we have drinks. Boxing Day, my cousins come over, we have drinks. And then I leave for Vancouver.
Yeah, for me, whenever we do the fam stuff, I never drink.
That's good.
Yeah, that's always how it was. But yeah, before we kind of shout out our sponsors, I want to say thank you to obviously you guys, the listeners. Some days this podcast is tough to do, and me and Danny fight, and there's some days where you have a great episode and it doesn't perform well. But then doing stuff like we did yesterday and meeting some of you for the first time, that was really cool. So thank you guys for listening and helping us do this. Without you guys and your support, we don't make it to 250. And then Danny, to you've stepped up the last little bit. And yesterday was a lot of your hard work. And although we had some hiccups, you did your best. And thank you for being a pal.
No, thank you for having me as your pal.
Yeah, this has been a long journey. And again, we've had our ups and downs, but I feel like we're in a really good spot right now.
Yeah, I'm really excited for next year.
And there's so many little key things that could fall into place, and if they do, we could have a really hot
and there's
start
a really fun, exciting things.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people will be excited about it, even as excited as we are about it. So I'm just excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things if they just fall into place,
things better fall into place. And you know what? I have a really good feeling. I feel like we're on a really good steady pace right now, and if we just keep going at it, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Okay, you want to jump into the sponsors?
Yeah. Our favorite Hardbite Chips.
They restocked us too since I destroyed all the other.
And Ricky already finished a bag this morning, so
it's not my fault.
It's not.
Yeah, Hardbite Chips, proudly Canadian. Is it non-GMO or no GMO?
Oh, you're gonna look at that.
It's gluten-free, no cholesterol,
no trans fat, no artificial anything.
Yeah, and they're just great. These ones are new. We didn't have these ones last time. Smoked paprika and garlic. So really excited to try that one.
And I'm all potato, no couch.
All potato, no couch. Danny hasn't tried the avocado oil.
Non-GMO.
Non-GMO.
It's at the front.
Rock salt and vinegar. This is a good one. We had
avocado and lime.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I had that one last time. The all dressed is over there. That's a bigger bag. You can find them at your healthy food stores or in the healthy food aisle at your local grocery store. But yeah, go pick them up, especially for the holidays. If you want a healthier alternative to your regular chips, these are the perfect kind of thing to grab, and they have such like good, unique flavors. The ones I finished this morning, as Danny mentioned, is a spicy ketchup. They're great, like just top-notch chips. So,
and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Guys, again, we enjoy you. Thank you so much for being a part of this. After this episode, we'll have a 2-week hiatus.
But
and
we'll be back
Jan 4th, I think. Jan 3rd or Jan 4th?
Jan 2nd. Somewhere around then. Just keep up with our socials. We'll be posting when we're going to be back. We're just going to take a small break for Christmas. And with that, Ricky?
LFG.
Let's fucking go!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 250.
The excitement
Our first
is
live
real.
episode. Like, this is actually live. There's people around us.
I really hate that people are staring right now.
Why, Danny? Are you gonna start the episode like chirping yourself? Danny's always like, guys, please don't make me feel awkward if I'm awkward. Like just
Honestly,
I'm looking at my cousin right now, and I'm just like,
honestly, make some noise for episode 250 right now. Let's do it.
make
They
some
did
noise
it.
for
They
all
did
my
it.
friends who came, because none of Ricky's friends came.
whoa.
You're
Whoa,
also
whoa,
my
whoa,
friend.
whoa.
You're a combined friend now.
But yeah, 250 episodes. Shep, you've been here almost since the beginning. Like, you were one of our first guests, probably. Like, you were in the top 20.
That's pretty crazy to think about.
I know.
That.
And then we did our Christmas special 2 years ago, and that's
Still to this day, one of the most fun days I've had in a very long time. It was great.
literally. Yeah, we're good. We're rolling.
Good? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
We good?
Shep, that song, My Heart is a Jungle.
Head is a jungle. Head is a jungle. Close enough.
Well,
Close
Head
enough.
is a jungle?
Head is a
Head
jungle.
is
So
a-
Ricky's notorious for like messing up artist songs,
You know
then
what?
like
It's
management
a good
getting
record,
mad.
though. It's a good record. I get it. MK.
Who did I do it with? It was Tyler Shaw. The
Yeah.
first time we had Tyler Shaw. Like, Danny messaged me after. He's like, yeah, man, you got like 3 songs wrong. I'm like, it's an honest mistake. I do this literally all the time. I'm like, I'm just not good at it.
It happens. It happens.
How was that? How was the set last night?
So that was good.
Yeah?
That was good. We do this annual Christmas party every year. We get back to the like around the corner, like the toy drive for the firefighters. But yeah, no, it was great. Such a good time. Everyone came out. We had like Christmas like gifts under the tree. Everyone was vibing. It was really good. It was
So I'm gonna throw you under the bus. What time did you go to bed at?
way too late. Way too late.
Okay, Danny, I went to bed late too. You were probably the only one that got a good night's sleep.
I went to bed at 12, and that was really late for me.
Danny texted me like 9 a.m.
I
She's
wish
like,
I went to bed at 12.
I was like
wish.
running errands. I had to go to Long and McQuaid, and it still didn't work. I was like, I gotta get a good night's
We
sleep.
tried really hard.
We had a long night.
We tried really hard.
But
But mind you, that's just like, it's what we do. Like, we started, like, this is technically our second live show. The first one was with Shep, again, 2 years ago. And that was in the studio, so it's a little bit easier. Like, we know what to expect. We're in a controlled environment. Like, right now we're literally at the corner of Adelaide and John. Like, Hooters is directly across from us. Like,
we're gonna say next time we're doing it at a Hooters.
Absolutely. On that patio.
On the
On the patio
rooftop.
upstairs in the summer, like
Absolutely.
that'd be fire.
low key, Hooters is the most underrated patio in the city of Toronto.
It's pretty good.
Like,
It's
it's
pretty good.
Me
it
neither.
slaps.
Yeah.
We went one summer. I was unemployed. I was fun employed.
I remember the summer Ricky.
The summer
The
Ricky.
summer
That was when I got let
Ricky.
go from Media Planet. Yes. And for those who don't know, me and Shep go back like 10 years. Actually, it's our 10-year anniversary right now.
It is. But everyone knows the Seinfeld Summer of George. You
Yeah.
had the Summer of Ricky.
We
and
had
you
the Summer of
fucking
Ricky.
killed it. Yeah.
And I went out like 4 days a week, and I was like recently single at the time too.
How old are you?
I would have been 24.
No.
It was 2014.
Oh, was it? No, it was
Or
later
2015.
than that, bro.
2015.
Okay, yeah, you're
Because
right.
Media Planet was my first real job after college. I graduated
2015.
college. Yeah, so
for
we were in
sure.
2015.
Yeah.
That summer, so I was 24, yeah?
Yeah.
And we just absolutely shook it the entire time.
You had like
And I went to Hooters patio.
I would just follow his stories of wherever the hell he was.
This
in
was
the
like,
world.
we were like still Snapchatting at
Yeah.
the time. And this is when like Oasis was a vibe.
Wait, do you guys not use Snapchat anymore?
No. I use Snapchat for one thing and one thing only. And everybody knows exactly what that one thing is.
I use it to Snapchat the girls. Like
You Snapchat the
I
girls?
have 2 group chats on Snapchat, and then I Snapchat Lisa.
Really?
That's
I'm
it.
like, I don't think I Snapchat. I Instagram DM everybody though.
And it's
Like,
usually me complaining about something like my
oh
day.
yeah, dramatic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the memories are good. Yeah, I use Instagram DMs like religiously though. Like I have more conversations with my friends in Instagram's DMs than I have with my friends outside. Like
I feel as if Instagram DMs is better than any dating app. And that's just coming from somebody who, you know, like I don't
been in
know,
a relationship for like 5 years.
so long, but
Yeah.
like I feel as if
But how? Why?
because
like,
you can just say
whatever?
you just come in and you just say your hellos, and it's like they're like, okay, this person seems like a normal person, all good.
I mean, that's
I think so. I mean, that's just me.
I just like it because you can find the algorithm's so good that once you start following a certain like type of person, the algorithm will feed you a lot more people exactly like that.
Yeah.
Right? It's like super easy.
I think so.
Like my Instagram knows me so well, it's insane. If you open up my explore page, it's just
It's
the best
probably
thing ever. It's the
it's
best
a
thing
problem.
ever. It's like the best thing ever. Like
No. The Pals, the Pals Instagram Explore page. So I have 3 accounts right now. Like my work account, it's usually like business stuff, whatever. My personal account is like just stupid memes. And then you go into the Pals account now, and it's just all tits and girls.
I was gonna say, just how
Like,
many
it's
bikini
just
photos are in that
girls,
Explore page?
girls,
Gorgeous women.
How many bikini
or, like,
photos
gym
are in the
posts.
there?
So I'm like, what are you doing searching on the Pals account? Like, how has this become our algorithm that it's just girls and like working out?
I wonder how.
Yeah, Ricky. And he goes, yeah, I don't answer the DMs. Danny does. Somehow on the
right.
page
Yeah,
all the time,
right.
though. Somehow always there.
Danny, what are you searching then?
Yeah, seriously.
On mine?
You know, what are you searching on the Pals account? It's not me. What are you searching? Yeah.
Tits and ass.
That's it.
Danny, I know you're
Bikini photos is all it is. Like
I saw it one day and I was like absolutely shook.
Why?
hashtag
no,
Miami.
it's just, like, it's funny to see.
It's all you're putting in.
It's just like Finspo. Shep, actually, I was saving this question until we got on.
Okay.
What's your favorite set you've ever played in your entire life?
Man.
Not your favorite show, your favorite set.
Like,
Pals
closer to-
podcast year 2. Like I think
'Kay.
that's got to be like. Is it just?
As-
It's not. I'm not
Yeah.
doing it enough.
Or
So
aside from
I'm
that,
so bad right now. No. So my favorite set I've ever played was.
like when you look back and you listen, you're like, this set slaps.
So I played for a Nigerian prince
Who?
in Athens, Greece.
What?
Okay, that's pretty sick.
And I was on the
Where'd you play?
waterfront. And so basically what happened was I don't play Nigerian music. So what I had was had my buddy give me a playlist of Nigerian music, and I would mix it into R&B and hip hop and whatever. And like what I would do is I didn't know any of the tracks. So what I'd do is I'd ask him like find me the track that I should play, and I would just mix it in, and
Okay,
that's how it worked.
But how did this happen then? If you don't
So-
play Nigerian music, how'd you get to?
So one of my best
Yeah.
friends, so I met these guys through Steve Chan, who owns Wilbur. And basically what happened was
Great spot, by the way.
the best.
I've never been.
The best. Like hard shout out for Wilbur. It's the best. But basically Steve Chan introduced me to these 2 twins from Nigeria, and they're the greatest human beings on the planet. It's Doobie and Choo-Choo. They're their names. I know, the best guys in the world. And basically like I went and I DJ'd their birthday party in New York, and this guy was there, and he was legit Nigerian prince, and he goes, "Will you play my wedding?" And I was like, "Yeah, I will." Obviously, I'm going to go to, he's like, "It's in Athens. I'm going to pay for your flight."
Do you know
I'm gonna
what
pay for
venue
everything."
it was?
It was this beautiful resort on the water in Athens.
Was it called Island?
I have no idea. I just showed up.
But that's like, I feel like that would happen to you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're just right place, right time.
It was one of those things that was just like the craziest moment, I think, where I walked out and I could see like beautiful mountains and ocean or sea or whatever is over there, and like I was just like it was stunning, and like everything about that wedding, like you'd finish, so let's say you had like a drink like this or like yours or whatever, like you have like a glass of champagne, you'd have one sip and there'd be somebody over their shoulder like, here you go, here's another one, here's another one.
I just like
It was the best.
You're
It was
DJ
the
for a
best.
Nigerian prince. Like I would expect.
It was the
nothing
best.
less.
It was the best.
I would
And,
expect
like,
nothing.
and
less.
I think my favorite. That was just like, in terms of like how much fun it was. That was probably my favorite one because I drove the next day and I went to Mykonos, which I know is your favorite. But
top three.
yeah, it was just like such a good time and just like one of those crazy things. But I think best that I ever played, I think, was New City Gas with Dom
What
Dalla.
about North America?
with Dom Dalla this year. It was me and Dom Dalla. I opened for Dom Dalla after Oshiega for the official after party, and Nelly Furtado came behind me during my set and like was like standing like here.
And she's a.
You know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy though is that she's like, I'm not saying she became irrelevant, but she's coming back now.
She's killing
she
it.
is
And she
everywhere
looks
killing
fantastic.
It. Yeah.
And she's
Shout
like
out Nelly because
45.
she's the best, dude.
Babe,
I'm telling
absolute
you.
babe.
You don't call out a
Absolute
woman's
babe.
age.
I don't know her personally. Like she's not gonna listen to this. Like,
Doesn't matter.
maybe she will. Who
But
knows?
she's killing it. She's killing it. Honestly, like she just looks great. And honestly, like she has that new song with Dom, and it's so good. And like it's just cool to see him come out. I'm been a fan of his for years, and like being able to play a sold out show after Oshiega as the official after party is just one of the coolest experiences. I
Okay,
think.
this is. Who's your biggest influence when you're making music?
Oh man.
I feel like you're gonna be all over the map
I'm
on this.
all over.
Yeah,
the
but that's
map.
like kind of a cool thing because like I feel like
Yeah, no. I think I'm gonna go back to MK because I'm a big Piano House guy, and like he kind of like started that movement, and he actually was Will Smith's producer during like Miami and like Get Jiggy with It and all that stuff. So he's a Wild West. Like he's like the guy when it comes to that kind of stuff. Dom Dalla, of course, because like he's been an Australia legend. Hayden James, who I literally played inside of Piccolo with here, which was crazy.
You've DJ'd Piccolo before?
With Hayden James and Zed's Dead inside of Piccolo.
no, I've seen you here though at the market play.
Because
Before
literally,
I knew
this
who
is a
you
crazy
were.
story. I showed up here, and I was having a cocktail, and he walked in. He was playing a show with Cassian at Velvet that week, and he basically looked at me and he goes, "Could you get CDJs and decks and we play together?" And I was like, "Yeah." So the next night we got together. We announced it super last minute, and literally just posted up, and like everyone. So this whole patio was full, and then inside as well was just slammed, and it was just Hayden James playing a Hayden James set and with myself, and it was crazy.
We, me and Danny, Danny and I saw MK last year for New Year's. MK just has bang, and we saw him in Ibiza.
I
Yeah.
wasn't
He's
feeling
so
the best,
good.
so I'm like, I needed a redemption.
He's so good.
And then we went in Miami, and we had the best time.
Literally, like just.
Yeah.
He's-
So it was like
it's just
Miami's New
good.
Year's
It's
Eve
just-
parties.
It's just that feel good Ibiza sound of just like you want to like be
No,
on a
but he
beach
came on like
vibing,
an
like-
hour late. I'm pretty sure. The party was pretty much dying at this point.
Yeah.
Me and Ricky are literally up front, just like by ourselves,
We're
like
just grooving.
having so much fun.
I love
and, like, it
that
was
so
good.
much. I love
Yeah,
that so much.
it was a vibe. Okay, that's your favorite sets.
Yeah.
Actually, Danny, what's the best set you've ever seen?
Yeah, honestly.
I couldn't even tell you.
You can't think of like one.
What's
set
your
where-
favorite concert you've ever been to? Do you have this in you?
Rufus at Red Rocks.
Yeah, that was a dope.
That's-
one. We
that's
saw
Rufus at
Ollie
Red
too there,
Rocks.
yeah.
That's pretty big.
We had like a really good time.
Yeah, Ollie was there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we snuck them into
And we
our
snuck
seats
them
for
into
the-
our
yeah.
seats because we got free seats.
Have you ever
for
heard
the
the story?
podcast.
No.
Okay, so I'm emailing, I don't know, like Live Nation or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, anyways,
He knows Mark Russell, so
Yeah,
Mark
of
Russell
course.
said,
Mark's the
"Here,
best."
email this. Like, here's
media
the link.
request. Here's
to
the link for the
apply."
media request. So I media requested. I'm like, hey, we're coming in. We want.
Checking just to make sure.
So
How them levels at,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Yeah, sorry.
yours
Go
are
ahead.
kind of low.
Sorry.
Speak louder.
Sorry.
But we basically I emailed the media request. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it through the Pals account, but Ricky, you do it through your account as well because he has a bigger following. Ricky got nothing. Pals account. I'm like, yes, I'm winning.
And Pals got it and you
Pals
didn't?
got
I
it.
didn't. And at this point, like, I saw like a couple 100,000 on like
You still
TikTok or
got
something.
butthurt
I
because the
mean-
Pals got it.
Yeah, I didn't get butthurt, but like, Pal still won.
Hey,
right?
as
Like,
long as you got tickets, who gives,
Yeah, yeah.
who gives
so
a
we
shit,
got
right?
it's like a week before the show. We were just gonna buy last minute tickets. We got row like 5 at Red Rocks on StubHub. They were like 1,500 a piece.
Of course.
And we got
That's
it
a
for- we got it for
massive
free.
show.
Yeah,
And it
so we
was
got there,
magical.
we went on like a hike, get the tickets, go to the show.
Have you been to Red
Unbelievable.
Rocks?
I have.
How epic is
It's
it?
stunning. It's just there's something
you
so
see there?
special about it. I saw it was a hip hop show. I was there for who was it? I think it was like it's terrible. I can't remember, but I was at Red Rocks. But I remember just like sitting out. That's
having
how
way
I was,
too much
I was,
fun.
I was a little messed up, but it was like a really fun time.
Weren't we all?
We were like tailgating in the parking lot, and then you walk up that beautiful hill, and you see the Red Rocks, and you walk in, and it's just like one of those incredible.
It's literally epic, especially if you get there for like sun. It's like when we arrived, the sun was starting to set, and you're there, and you're just like, this is exactly as magical as you think it would be. But I recently went to the Sphere. That is.
I was gonna ask you about this. How was it as epic as it looks? And
So
feels?
you two was disappointing. I didn't
Really?
realize
Yeah,
I didn't know
I'm
that
not a
many
big
U2
U2
songs.
fan.
Yeah, I'm not, but like they're epic. Like they're one of the like the
No, but
legends,
they're,
right?
they're like a classic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
And I think that's why they had to start at the Sphere with a classic versus someone who's
like a Harry Styles or
like a
whoever.
Harry Styles or a Beyonce or something like that. Like, okay, yeah, you're gonna have the fans. But this is like,
if they managed to scam our entire Apple accounts
Yeah.
and put their album on it,
See, I
that
wasn't
was
mad
the
about
first
that.
thing.
Though. Everyone's
like-
like, oh, like they put our invasion of privacy. I'm like, you just got an album for free. If you don't like it, just fucking delete it.
It's
Yeah,
true.
but isn't
Very
everything
true.
free?
Very true.
Well, now it is if you have
No,
Apple
no,
Music. This
yeah,
is before
I
Apple
guess.
Music
Before
was like
Apple
a
Music existed, they
streaming
it would just
platform.
appear on your Apple Music.
You don't
I didn't know
remember
that.
that?
Crazy.
This was
Like,
when
we're
like
just too
iPhones
old for
just
this.
came out and like iPods were just phasing out and iPhones were like a thing.
I guess that makes sense. I thought it was always like whenever I got a new like iPod or whatever, it would just always show up first. I never realized. I didn't put two and two together.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, cool. I guess I like you too now.
Oh my god, I'm a big
I'm
YouTube
like, oh
fan.
my god,
Yeah, but
music! Thank you. I don't have to pay 99 cents.
This Sphere is honestly like epic, just epic.
Like I just love how Dana White too wants to do a full UFC fights
Yeah.
there and do all the crazy stuff. It's,
How would you think a UFC fight would work in that venue?
So I just don't know how it would work with the screen because like if you have like a massive like like display thing behind like the fighters. Like, do the fighters get like
Distracted?
dizzy and shit?
Yeah,
Distracted? Like, can you look at to see how someone's standing? Can you like watch the screen to see how the fighters like responding to you? I just don't know how it would work.
Okay,
But-
what's one artist we'd all like to see in the next while like play at the Sphere?
Fred again.
Okay, cool.
Because Fred again at the Sphere would be one of the most epic, like, because you could have the craziest backgrounds, and I just his music is just so happy and joyous.
You went
and
at
nice.
History, right?
I was at
You were
History
there.
for his show.
Sorry.
Okay, no,
It's
but I'm just making sure.
But it was just so good, and I honestly think that just how good his music is and how good it's getting is like to see an artist like that there would be great. I'm trying to think who else would just be
Yeah,
epic.
but there's also
like,
someone realistic. Like Fred again's like a few years away from the Sphere.
yeah, that's true.
You know what
That's
I mean?
true. I mean, Harry
never
Styles
know.
would be great. I love
Harry
Harry
Styles
Styles.
would be amazing.
I love
Yeah.
Harry Styles. I saw him in Toronto, and it was one of the most epic shows
So
I've ever seen.
Ricky used to take me to a lot of concerts.
Used to. That's the key word there is used to.
Now he takes actual dates.
Danny's
Now he
just
takes
crying
dates?
about that she doesn't get free concert tickets anymore.
Used to.
Use your media pass. Use your media pass for the
But
pals.
then that was the first concert I
Ungrateful.
took Ricky to. And we went with my sister, who's like much younger.
I would see Backstreet Boys or Britney Spears, I think.
Okay, so
At
we were
the
having this
Sphere would be
debate the other day.
crazy.
So, do you think Britney Spears could do a residency at the Sphere?
No.
No.
No. Somewhere in
Unfortunately
Vegas,
not.
not at the Sphere.
But it would be like a one night only epic.
a one night only event, but
So
not a residency.
I was talking about this because someone's like, she's big enough to do it. I'm like, I don't know because like she hasn't toured in forever, which is also a plus. But at the same time, like Backstreet Boys and Britney are like on equal parts in terms of like
No,
music.
but
You know, like
Britney's also, people think she's gone whack. Have you not seen her on Instagram?
but like that would also kind of be cool to see. Like, is she gonna show up today? Like, what's she
about,
gonna do?
What
on
about like
stage?
Adele?
Adele would be wasted at the Sphere.
It would,
Really?
yeah, she's
Because
such
she
a
doesn't do
simple
anything.
show.
Like Adele just like stands there, she sings. Like someone that I thought would be like honestly like really epic would be like one of those like K-pop bands, one of those like massive K-pop
So
bands.
they're actually
like,
all-
like Blackpink or whatever they're called.
Blackpink,
Blackpink.
BTS, but like
BTS is what I was thinking
So
about. sorry.
BTS
Yeah.
is actually, they're all officially in the army, so we won't see them for 5 years.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
You don't
in
see on, I saw it
No,
on
I didn't
TikTok.
see this.
So like they basically you have to like automatic.
This is what
time.
Danny's TikTok is.
So
No.
I'm a huge fan of corgis, and there's one coming across the street right now. So I just had to point that out. Sorry.
Corgi?
Now that we're live, I was like, I had to
Do
point
you
it
have a
out.
dog?
No.
Danny, you got a little shit dog.
Love and hate my dog.
Danny's dog's a little brat, a little ratty thing.
Oh, Gatsby last week, Maz came over and like
It's a great name.
if she moved, well, I was obsessed with The Great Gatsby and I hated dogs. So I was in university and they called me. They're like, "Hey, what do you want to name it since you hate it the most?" And then it was Gatsby's.
I love that.
That's
But
a little shit dog though. Anyways,
Then-
okay,
okay.
back on the Sphere. Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
let's go to the Sphere. Sorry.
You said Harry Styles, Danny. Who's you?
Styles.
Who'd you say?
I would say Harry Styles probably. And I honestly, I wouldn't hate the Beyonce idea. Every single concert I've been to.
Beyonce would be good.
Justin Timberlake.
Beyonce and Jay-Z, because they were at the Rogers Center
Yes.
way back when.
Yes,
if you
but-
did both of them at the Sphere, I think it'd be
Amazing.
great. Or Watch the Throne. Bring
So,
back Watch the Throne.
I was gonna say, like, I know Kanye's kind of lost it a bit.
Yeah.
But Kanye could do some crazy like visuals there.
Yeah, but he's too.
Like, he would be so sensitive
No,
of what's on the
Guys,
visuals.
he's way
And
too controversial right now to ever go into a space like
I
that.
don't know.
No, you
I
put.
don't
A Watch
so
the Throne, Comeback Tour,
we
Jay-Z,
said
Kanye would
Backstreet
be
Boys.
crazy.
Did you guys see the sample that was like released for his new album?
And he didn't clear it?
He didn't
just-
clear
no.
it. Like, he hasn't cleared any of his samples. Like,
Kanye, what are you gonna say? Like you're fired?
Yeah.
and then
He'll just
everyone's
pay the
saying
bill.
that,
He'll
like,
just pay the bill.
He's like
he's
almost a
friends
billionaire.
with the actual writer, so he probably cleared it through the actual writer, not Backstreet Boys. But I think I love it more than the real
It's
song.
so good.
It's so good.
You have Ty Dolla $ign singing Backstreet's Back. Like, it's,
Like,
of course,
See, but
incredible.
the problem is,
Oh my
so
God.
I heard it originally. I'm like, I thought that was AI.
It's probably AI.
actually might be.
It might be
But
AI.
again, you don't know because like AI's crazy. Like you probably want to see this. You see the Leonardo DiCaprio Wolf of Wall Street show Otani thing, where it's like they take a clip from Wolf of Wall Street and it's like
Wait, why wouldn't I see that?
because you probably don't have like sports on your feed as much as we do.
Who watches baseball more than you?
Well, I mean, like, do
Who
you have?
followed the whole Otani thing last week?
Well,
I
maybe,
love
did
their,
you see
like-
that? I
Have
love
you
how
met my
people-
mom? Have you met my mom? Because she's like the biggest baseball fan.
I know she
and
is.
she's here right now.
What's
Hi,
up,
Mom.
guys?
Hi, Mom. How are
We
you?
actually have like a nice little crowd here now. Like we're
This is
going.
great.
Woo! And we have some pals hats in the building too.
I love
Sophia.
it. I love it. I need one of these hats, bro. I need one of these
You
hats.
didn't get one?
No, I've never gotten one. Thanks a lot, bro.
You might
Chip,
get
I
one
gave you
today.
my shoes
Yeah,
last time. So like,
he gave me shoes. He gave me shoes. Okay,
have we
okay.
told this on the spot?
I don't know if we
Okay.
have because that was
So,
the last time we did it.
You weren't here, right?
No, I heard this story a couple weeks ago when like we went out, but say it again.
So we literally like, we're doing this. Marina's messing up the camera. It's okay.
Thank
so
you.
we're literally we're there. We have this like crazy day. We do the podcast. Shep DJs. We're all drinking. This is like heart of COVID too. So like nothing's open.
No, it's right before it started, I think.
No, it was because we.
Oh no, it was COVID. You're right. You're right.
It was the winter when like things
It was.
opened up.
It was Christmas 2020.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, 2020. You are correct. So it was Christmas 2020. Things opened up and then they started to shut down because numbers went up. We had a little party at the studio.
A little party.
And then after we went back to mine, you remember? And you're
yeah.
like, bro, I love these fucking shoes. And I was like, I'm like, Shep, just fucking take them, buddy.
I'll never forget. He just goes, "What
I'm
size
like,
do you?" I was
what
like 10 and a half. He's like, and handed me
like,
the shoes.
You'll wear
Wait,
these
how did you go home?
No, he
No,
was
we
already
were at
home. We were
mine.
at his
We were
house
at
already.
mine.
Oh, you were at yours.
And I think he had like some Vans on. Or
I
like
had
some,
Vans on. He goes, he's like, throw those out.
Yeah,
wear
throw
these
those out
home.
and wear
Okay,
these home.
question. Have you ever walked the streets of Toronto barefoot?
Me? No.
Any of you?
Obviously not. That's
No.
a girl thing.
That's a girl thing of like high heels when you just give up.
And like your life's over and you're like, I just need to go.
Do you know what?
Honestly,
I'm not gonna
like
serve myself.
I might have at some
I
point.
just feel like sometimes
Looking
like, I
back
don't
on
know.
all my nights in the city over the last 10 years, I think so.
Like, what if
maybe
you
at
like
some point.
slept at a friend's house? Like you were like messed up in the morning.
Somebody
you're getting
stole my
up.
shoes?
Someone
Wait.
took your shoes. You're just like, take me home.
Wait,
let
someone
me
stole
go.
your shoes? What? Like,
It's a scenario.
It happens. It
okay,
happens.
what's the most Toronto thing that's ever happened to you guys? Where you're
What?
like, this is fucking Toronto.
I had to take my shoes off.
I mean, that's like a girl thing.
Okay, well, it's
I think
Toronto
seeing Drake
girls.
in a coffee shop.
Yeah, okay, there
That's
we
the
go.
most Toronto thing.
That's a Toronto thing.
Him rolling up in a Rolls Royce, getting out to get a coffee at,
Yeah, like, you're like, you're
at
at-
Jimmy's on
you're-
Portland.
Yeah. Or yeah, like Soto and he's at the table
Yeah.
next to you. So yeah,
That's
a
the most Toronto
That's
thing.
a Toronto thing.
I'm trying to think what else would be like a big one.
Where are you from?
Like my
I'm from
most,
Georgetown.
yeah, he's not
oh,
from.
just
you're
outside
some like
the city.
butt fuck nowhere.
Yeah.
And he went to
I grew up in
school
Mississauga. I grew up in
But wait,
Mississauga.
then
Oh,
he
so
went
you
to
grew up in Mississauga.
Mississauga, yeah.
Then he went to school in like Sudbury or something.
I went to university in Sudbury.
You
Yeah.
went to
Laurentian.
Laurentian.
Yes.
Also, guys, help yourself with drinks, eh? If anybody wants to
Absolutely.
drink, help yourselves.
Mom, get a drink.
Yeah, Mom, get a drink.
No, I just say one of the most Toronto things that happens to me all the time that like I religiously do is I defend King West. When someone talks shit about King West, I'm like, where else do you go?
You're a King Street warrior.
Because Ricky Lost and Found is still alive
Yeah,
and well,
man,
you
like,
know?
when someone's like, oh,
No,
King
it's not
Street,
lost and
you're-
found anymore. Now it's like locals. Doesn't matter what time of the day, lunch, dinner.
But Ricky as a
Pre-bar,
Lost and Found
post-bar.
legend, though, is a
Well-
real thing.
Well, actually, because me and Shep, we've seen each other during
Yeah.
dinner time there. Locals only have some of the best food in the city.
Easily the best
We
food.
just went 2 weeks ago.
I
All
The
the
literally
best
three of
last
us.
tacos I've ever had.
And they're butter shop too?
And that's a bold statement.
Okay, did you ever hear this story? Actually, you probably haven't. We were there in the summer on the patio with friends, and someone comes by and like has a taco in a takeaway container.
Dawkins.
And
Of course, it's Manny.
we're sitting there. Ricky goes, "Fuck, I want another one," and he eats it. He runs away, pissed at Ricky. So I'm like, I order him a new one.
I'm like, you have it here. I'm like, Dawkins,
He's
when you
still
leave,
butthurt
I'll order
by
you-
it.
It's here. Can I just eat it? He's like, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'll be pissed. I'm like, Dawkins,
Classic
it's there.
Manny.
I literally hate it. I'm like, bro, it's there. He's like, bro, you ruined our friendship.
Manny's like, that's mine. That's my taco, bro.
Like, Dawkins, chill, man. Like, it's fine. It's
I
fine.
love him. I fucking love Manny. I love Manny.
What are your, both of you guys, favorite spots in the city?
Like to eat
For what?
or to party or to what?
I have my new favorite
Wait,
spot.
give me both. To eat and to go out.
For drinks, Bar Bowie on
Oh,
Ossington.
he is great. Yeah.
I went for the first time on Saturday with all my friends, and we had the best time. We walked in, and we were 8 people. Got a booth, like, didn't have
That's
to do a
heavy.
reservation.
That's heavy.
Unbelievable. Had the best time. So that's my new favorite spot, but that's only for, like, the past week.
Okay, favorite spot to go out, though.
Yeah.
Or I guess, wait,
Right
did you
now,
eat at
I
Bar
would-
Bowie?
We didn't eat.
Okay, so that's your, okay, favorite spot to eat then.
Uh-oh. What do you got?
It used to be a cure back. For like
Really?
a nice, I loved it. I used to live at the Bisha, so I used to go all
Okay,
the
so
time.
that you get in the elevator, that makes sense.
But there's also like just like certain dishes there that I'm absolutely obsessed with. But if I had to say like favorite spot to eat, I can't even like
what do you got, Rick? What do you got?
Sarah? Or Sarah?
Sarah.
He said it so it's Sarah.
Is it Sarah?
Sarah. It's
Sarah.
Sarah.
Like, you're 100%
It's
sure.
Sarah,
I'm telling
actually.
you right now,
Is
it's
it Sarah?
It's
yes,
Sarah.
It's
It's Sarah.
Sarah.
It's 2 Jewish
Laissez-faire.
guys who own it.
Laissez-faire.
Laissez-faire.
Like food dudes owns it.
It's not laissez-faire. It's laissez-faire.
Okay, but if I speak French, I'm gonna say it in the way I want to say it.
You speak English all the time, and then the one person says, like, "Oh, hey, how's everything going? Or are you going to laissez-faire tonight?" So Sarah's my favorite.
Sarah.
And then honestly, like
Sarah.
lately, like again, a good locals only night is just
The
I'm
best.
just saying nowadays, like as I get older, like I feel
It's
like
just like the
locals
drinks-
is like my best spot to go.
drinks are fair price. The food's good. Like it's a basement bar. It's like there's no DJ. It's just No disrespect.
Of
It's
course.
just literally like an iPod on shuffle, basically.
It's great. And
Yeah.
you can't go in there and not like it's something in the air when you walk in. It's like you're immediately blackout when you walk down the stairs.
Well, and it's so small that you put 100 people in there, like you've got a party.
yeah.
That's why. But
I'm gonna go food wise. I'm gonna go Quetzal on College.
I haven't been yet.
wow,
It's
never
outstanding.
even heard of it.
I heard it's really
It
good.
got a Michelin
A
star
Michelin
this year.
star.
It's unbelievable. They do everything by like literally by like wood fire.
Yeah.
Oh, unreal.
Outstanding. Favorite place to go out. I love the locals only play, but I'm gonna go Cherry's High Dive.
I haven't
Okay,
been yet.
that's a new one.
Okay, brand new, same guys as locals, or Peaches on
Where's
College.
Peaches?
Haven't
Sorry,
been there.
on Queen West,
Okay.
Parkdale, by my house. It
Wow,
is the
that's a
greatest
weird-
place.
that's
It is
that's
it is
new
a
one.
sports bar, and it is the best hot dog in the city.
Hot
You
dog?
love a glizzy, eh?
I love a glizzy.
Okay,
Chef
so
loves a
I
good
have
love
glizzy.
a
I have a
glizzy.
theory that like people who say they don't like hot dogs are like fucked
Insane?
up.
Yeah.
Insane. I know I've told you this before. Don't look at me like that. If you don't like a hot dog, you're lying to yourself because you think it's bad for you, whatever. Hot dogs are unbelievable.
But they have one of those buns.
and
They have
everyone
those
should like a
buns
hot
that like.
dog.
They have the buns that like melt around, like the glizz. It's really good, man. I gotta shout out Peaches. My buddy Foosh owns it. He's the
Wow.
best. I'll give Peaches a
Okay,
a
I've
nod.
tried to go to Cherry's a couple times for like food. Every single time I go, they're like, "We don't have a table. I'm so sorry." And it's impossible to get a reservation.
It's the best.
See, I've been to chairs before you then.
Well, I went to Bowie. We had on our last podcast this like he was trying to go to Bowie. The other guy was trying to go. No one could get a reservation. Literally within like 5 days, I just show up, get in. I
With
texted
8
them.
people is wild.
I texted them in a group chat. And I'm like,
Mind
hey,
you, she went at like 6 o'clock on a Saturday.
Okay.
no, like
okay.
8.
I went
Was
on.
it
I
8
went-
on Saturday?
wait.
That's a tough
8 on
one.
I
Saturday.
went at like 10 p.m. on a Wednesday. A fucking random
It
Wednesday.
was after the Leaf game started because George had already left us like hours before. So it was like at 8 p.m. on a Saturday.
How is George? I miss George, man.
good.
He's good.
Is he good?
So we got his Christmas party tonight, so we're
Okay,
heading out
good.
there after.
George, I love you. Shout out George.
Yeah,
I
shout
love
out
you.
Georgie, the OG pal.
I love
If
Georgie.
you're actually listening.
I love Georgie.
Well, we'll let him know the chef gave him a shout out. That's good enough. No, but yeah, I went there on a random Wednesday to Bar Bowie, and I just couldn't get in. I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You
No.
see, like Ricky's ego too, not getting into place would be
I was
wild.
confused.
Also, that's
I
the
was just
hardest
like-
thing is that I find like nowadays there's so many places I want to go out and want to try something different, but
Yeah.
I go to locals, like see someone I know, like you're in, like it's just
You're in.
so easy, like
Absolutely.
so it's why would you waste your time almost going somewhere else when like you just know you're gonna have a good time, whatever.
I'm gonna switch back to music for a second. Chef,
Awesome.
what's your favorite song to play right now?
Okay, I have a few, and because I when I DJ shows, like I get to test out records, so I get to see what everyone loses their mind to,
And what they don't lose their
and
mind
what they
to.
don't lose their mind
Sometimes,
to.
yeah.
There's this new record. It's called Confidence, and it's a Dave Winnell edit. So basically, it goes like into this like house. It's a house track that goes into this like old school disco record, and but the whole tempo changes. It goes into this like vibey thing. I played it last night, and like everyone was like, even the people
Everyone's
behind me were
like
like,
on the
what
edge,
the
like,
fuck is this?
Just
And I
ready
was
to
like-
rock and roll, eh?
And I saw everyone's faces. I was like, yeah. And it
Can you
just,
play it today?
but it ramps up, and it's like, and you're like, oh my god, it's that good.
they're
it's
just
not
ready to rock and roll.
That one's really cool. Fill Me In always goes off.
Fill me in. So
Fill Me In always
DB
goes
actually loves Fill Me In. We're like, this is like it's,
DB,
it's
do you
his
love Fill Me
jam.
In? Craig David's the best. He's the
Craig-
best.
Man, do you know like indie beats are like Craig David's still like a legend.
And he still won't play my mix. You can see, I think he's pissed at how big the record got.
I feel like it almost got bigger than like in North America. It probably got bigger than the original.
I think it did. It was one of those like, if anyone doesn't know, it's a Child with Loud Luxury, and it was easily my biggest record I've ever
Okay.
put
But
out.
see, but the problem is, in my opinion, Hello Sunday slaps so much more.
I mean,
but it's
I'm
all
with you. I'm
personal
with you. I'm with you. I wish it did the same numbers because my bank account would look a lot better, but still, like,
So
Hello
what?
Sunday slaps.
I
though.
have a question though about this.
Yeah, go.
What's better is like the feeling of you like making that track and you loving it, or seeing those numbers pop off? Because it's obviously nice, but like what do
it's
you like?
tough, man, because like Hello Sunday was so special to me because during COVID, I was literally just like a depressed mess. I think like a lot of us were, and I was like, I need to make music that makes me happy and puts a smile on my face. And it was one of those moments where I was like, all right, let's do this. And I made the happiest song I could possibly make.
Yeah.
And I did, and when it came out, I was like, I couldn't have made a happier record if I tried. And I love that record. I know you love it. And it's just one of those things where it's like, I obviously the numbers are great because it means more shows, more money, more just like more, like,
Fans,
fans
you have to connect with
everything.
people.
So again, like, I mean, Fill Me In did that with like, 100 million streams now worldwide, crazy
amazing.
numbers.
Yeah.
But with Hello Sunday, like, it's just like the people that know it get it and they love it, and that to me that I appreciate that a little bit more, because if you know that song and you love it, you get it. So it's
The thing with Hello Sunday, I remember like it came out during COVID, and this is like COVID's like opening, closing, and I remember there was a good like 6 to 8 week stretch where Parlor Sundays was a vibe.
every single
The
Sunday.
best.
Every Sunday it was like you went there at 3 o'clock and you knew the whole place was bumping, and somehow at the
Connor
peak
Cuts
of the
would
party,
always play
at the peak
Hello
of the party,
Sunday.
like Hello Sunday came on at like 4:30, sun setting, like it's starting to get dark in the room, bottles are coming up, and Hello Sunday comes on, and you're just like,
It's just that
This
peak
is
like
fucking
happiness,
perfect.
It's
it's
awesome.
literally like the perfect fucking moment. You're like,
I loved it.
and I'm trying not to swear too, and I get
No,
fired up. I get fired up. Like,
But I love that you're getting fired up. I love that.
So Shep, what's before we're obviously gonna talk more about, but what's like 2024 looking like for you?
Honestly, this is funny because like this is a very like interesting moment in my life, in my career. So I'm starting off the year with new music, but also I'm starting off with a Canadian tour. So I'm gonna go east to west all the way through February, so end of January into end of March, and then I think I'm moving to Scottsdale, Arizona.
What?
Fucking right.
Good for you, but like we'll
Yeah.
miss you in Toronto.
I'm gonna miss it too. It'll always be home, but like with having my U.S. visa, which is like these days impossible to get.
Yeah.
It's like I feel as if I've done exactly what I wanted to do here, and I think it's time to just make a change and just see what happens.
I feel like, especially if you're in Scottsdale, because you're basically an hour flight from
Vegas
LA.
and LA,
Yeah.
and I don't want to live in LA personally.
No,
I've been there enough
it's also
times.
tough. Yeah, it's also
Yeah.
tough to
It's a
live in LA.
lot.
Yeah,
But I feel like Vegas could, sorry, not Vegas, Scottsdale's like,
Yeah.
it's good because you can golf, maybe get into
Yeah.
pickleball a little bit.
pickleball big
Maybe
time. I'm
get
getting into pickleball
Have you
big
played
time.
yet?
I still haven't played.
You
Wait,
still have
G-
never
I'm good at
played?
ping pong and tennis. I haven't played.
So you see Jeannie's playing a tournament?
I know Jeannie's playing a tournament.
I saw that. I was
She's
gonna
the
message-
best. She's
I was gonna
killing
message
it.
you. I'm like, yo, Jeannie's playing. We gotta
Jeannie's
go out.
crushing. Yeah, we got to watch her play for sure.
Buddy, you're gonna be hooked. Once you start playing, you're gonna be absolutely fucking hooked.
I can't wait. I
Okay,
can't
what's
wait.
the new music you got lined up for 2024?
So there's like 6 songs that are done. 3 of them are already signed to labels. The first one comes out January 19th.
What's it called?
It's called In the Dark. And
What's the vibe?
the vibe is like very tech housey, like very like almost like kind of like island, like kind of like, how do I say this? Like
Like where do I want to listen to it?
you want to listen to it on a beach, I think for
Like
sure.
give me the setting.
like Tulum beach party when the sun's coming up.
Okay, amazing.
That's where I'd put it, because it's like very like, like
Just
very
vibey.
cool and vibey. So that's happening early January. Then I have another record that's coming out in the end of February, and then another one end of March. I'm just gonna roll them out. Like, it's like I'm such
Like
a
one a month
perfectionist.
kinda
I'm
thing?
such a perfectionist that like all these years I've been doing this, I wait on records and I don't put them out, and now I'm like, fuck it. Like I'm
So
gonna
that
just
was my
put this
question.
out.
How long have some of these records been in like your vault?
Like a full year and a half.
I have a
done.
friend who's a producer, and he showed me a bunch of his like songs,
Who's your friend?
and he's like, this has been in like his like
Just call it hard.
in his file for like 3 years. He's like, I'm probably never gonna release this. And I listened to it. I'm like, I would listen to this
and it's
every
so good.
day.
I have so
Every
many
day
records
I
that
would
are
listen to
shelved
this
that
song.
I'm like because my sound changes, right? So
Yeah.
things get different, but you're like, oh my god, I should have put this out. you
Yeah.
know?
We literally said we should take all the artists we've ever had on this podcast.
Take
like,
their vault.
Give us the vault. The vault.
Give us
is
the
songs
vault.
You aren't gonna
I'll
release.
make millions. I'll make millions.
I'll just again. I have
Sell the rights to all of
I can
it.
sell myself as like a fake producer, DJ. I just can't. I have no talent. I
No,
can't.
because we were talking about AI before.
Like,
I
sorry,
wanna-
talk about. I saw James Kennedy in Vegas.
Love
He-
that.
So
Look,
jealous.
no, I don't want to talk shit about him. I don't know him. He's a really nice guy, but like, what he did on stage, I could fucking do.
Lisa, we're talking about James Kennedy.
Lisa, we're talking about James Kennedy. So what he does on stage, he's the DJ. What he does on stage, I could fucking do, no questions asked.
Uh-oh.
He does not have special talent. He's just
Uh-oh.
he's just a reality star. That's it. But what he does on stage is
That's
not
some bold
special.
words.
It is not special at all.
That's
He
some
literally
bold
just,
words.
like jumps around and like he was fun. Don't get me wrong, but I could fucking do that. I could fucking do that.
Yikes.
I haven't seen him yet, though.
James
but guess
Kennedy,
what?
like if you're listening.
Send the balls to life.
Okay, I'm
We
gonna
love
literally
you.
post this clip and I'm gonna tag him in it. Like, James, I could do that. I could literally do that. The only problem is I have zero musical talent. So like, I'm not a reality star. Nobody's gonna come watch me.
You could be, listen though, Ricky, if there's anyone that could be on The Bachelor or a reality TV show, it is you.
Yeah, but he has
and the
no
fact that-
talent.
but the fact that he hasn't been on a reality TV show yet is absurd to
That's
me.
probably
you know my
better.
story? I almost went on one last year. but I think I failed the psych test. They were like, yeah,
That
we
makes
love
a lot
you.
of sense.
He went through like weeks
It
of
was
like process.
I went through all the process.
What
and
was it? Bachelor of Canada?
It was called
No.
Love.
The Love
Love
Boat.
Love
Thank God
Island?
you didn't
Love
go.
Island?
No, Love Boat. But you basically you're on a cruise in the Mediterranean for 3 weeks.
Sarah was on it.
Yeah, Sarah was on it.
Sarah was on it.
Really?
Yes.
And you didn't get on it?
No, so I went through the process like, yeah, we love you, everyone loves you. I was like, cool. I had the psych test was the only thing I had left to do, and I did it. I'm like, this is fairly simple shit. I'm like, not like, hey, if you're really angry, what's the worst that you would do? I'm like, probably just like leave. I'd leave the show. That's literally what I would do. If someone really
That's
pissed me
probably
off,
not the right answer they're
I'd say,
looking
like,
for.
fuck
They want to
this.
see you fight someone.
Yeah, so like literally, I think they were like, we all love you, and then it went to like the final team, and they're like, yeah, no, or either the final team said no, or I failed the psych test. One of the two. But yeah, funny story.
But I could easily, and I'm surprised you have not been on
the
that
reason
show
I
yet.
can't do The Bachelor or anything like that is because I would have trouble picking between like, well, first off, if I was on The Bachelor,
This is the same guy that goes on TikTok
Wait, no, I'm waiting
every
for him
day
to see what he's gonna say.
talking about how he's single and how he wants to meet the love of his life. That is literally the premise of The Bachelor. Is it not? Is it not? The
No, no,
premise?
but I feel like before you say this, I'm gonna guess what you're about to say is that you're gonna have a hard time picking between like tits and looks and like someone's personality.
No, that wasn't what I was gonna say at
No?
all. So I'm saying I
Oh.
could never go on The Bachelorette
Right.
because I would be like, I'm a boy's boy. Like, I'd
What
be
if
like,
you
oh,
were the only guy?
no, but if I was like, it's me and 30 guys, I'd be like, yo, man, Shep, you're a beauty man. You can have her, man. I'll find another one.
You would be that guy. You would be that
like, yo,
guy.
after like 3 weeks living in this house, like
It's
we're
like-
working
it's
out
like,
together.
Don't give me the rose. I'm out. I'm
We're
out.
going
I'm
for-
out.
We're going for runs. It's like me and you the last show. It's like,
I also-
Samantha, give him the rose. He
I
deserves
also, but I also, that's like really like.
That is such a Ricky move.
but, like-
That's what I mean. I'm like,
You're
you
in
know
the
what?
file. He
No,
goes,
but
give it to
listen,
him.
how big
Give
is
it
your
to him.
ego?
I love this guy way too
to
much.
say that.
But that's why he's a pal.
Who-
He's a true
No,
pal,
but guess
though.
what?
He's a true pal.
Who says that the Bachelorette is gonna pick Ricky other than the 30 other guys there?
Because he's a beautiful
No, I'm not saying
man.
we're getting
There's
towards the
30
end.
beautiful men.
I mean, some of them aren't that beautiful. but
Okay,
anyways.
I get
So,
it,
And
but
if I was the
still.
Bachelor, me picking 30 women,
Sorry.
having to like, first off, I know they
Way
don't
too
like me
hard.
for me. They're just there for the hype.
Way
And
too
it's
hard.
Like, imagine, yeah, I'm like, imagine. Do you imagine me picking like, fuck, like, there's 6 of you. I can only take
He couldn't
3.
decide.
I'd be like,
he couldn't decide.
I'd be like, okay, let's all go to the suite. Let's all go to the suite one by one. Let's see what happens. You know, I would
It's-
never be able to.
The Bachelor
and
is
then to watch
Ricky's
them
entire
cry,
TikTok premise.
You know how they talk to them after they cry, and I'm like, I could never. I'd be like, okay, take the rose. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. And then I'd have to go
love
like,
that.
sorry, I gotta take your rose away. Oh fuck, you're crying. Okay, I gotta take your.
I'm so
rose.
sorry. I'm so sorry. Here you go.
I'd be like giving everybody roses, and then I'm like that loser that like I'd be like, fuck, did I pick the wrong one? I'd be in the confession room like, fuck, I screwed up. I picked the wrong one. What do I do? Do I go back? I'm chasing her in the limo.
I'm just happy you aren't because I think I don't know how would you feel watching him?
Also, I'd get canceled for sure.
I was excited
saying
at
something
first when he was
stupid.
about to do the show because I'm like, we'll have viewing parties.
I would
like,
die laughing.
We'll
I would
host
love.
it.
I
Everyone
watch
will
every
come.
single
I
night.
should go
But
to a
now
show
I'd be
just for
like,
the
I'd
boys.
be mortified.
It's
if
like
he
how
was
I was
that
on
show.
Family Feud.
Yeah, and you guys won.
We won 3 in a
And you
row.
guys won.
When is it
Wait,
releasing?
have you,
End of
have you heard the
February.
story?
And
though?
yes, I was there that night.
I
he
was
told
on
us.
Family Feud with the Bouchards, as I was the second. I was the second last pick, because it was supposed to be her dad and her sister was Celeste. I'm talking about, and basically, they all bailed, and they're like, Ryan, we need you to step in.
So they really didn't want you up first.
No, absolutely
You were a
not.
pity invite.
I was the pity invite. But we got on Family Feud. We won the first episode. We won the second one. We made it to Fast Money. Didn't win the second one. The last one, they're like, Ryan, you're going to do Fast Money. And I was like, okay.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm standing with Jerry D, and I'm standing there, and I'm not going to give it away because I want you guys to see it. But it was one of those things that was like one of the most hectic and scary moments of my entire life, standing in front of a studio audience of 250 people, and they're asking you questions. You have 3 seconds to answer each one. And they ask you 10 of them, and you have to somehow get them right and give the best possible answer that you think Canadians would say. It's terrifying, but like it worked out well.
Because
But it's also Canadians, like world,
That's
like
what I mean.
all of Canada, like not just
So, like,
like
none of
our
it
Toronto
shit.
bubble.
I know. And to be honest, who's calling into Family Feud and giving their answers? Like,
Have
who are
you
those
ever?
people? Have you? I
No.
can see.
Has anyone here ever called Family Feud
and done their surveys?
given
and given a
answers?
survey?
And done their surveys?
That's something Marino
No,
would
did you ever
do.
do a survey for them?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it might be fake, but like, I think some
No,
guys,
it's
I think they're sitting around a boardroom being like, okay, this is what the answer's going to be.
Yeah, they pull their office. Like, that's it.
We pulled 6 people.
I'd be so bad at it. They pull the audience? Oh, really?
Actually? I don't
Chef,
believe
you're
that.
on the show and you didn't even know
I
this?
didn't know this. I'm sorry. They said 50 Canadians. I don't know.
Only 50?
I think so.
That's such a small pool.
Actually, no, that's definitely wrong.
How do you like actually get the real
That's
answer? Like,
definitely
that's
wrong.
fake answers.
That's definitely wrong.
What was the question you got? Can you tell us?
Okay, do you want to hear the dumbest answer I had?
Yeah.
Give us a question and the answer.
So the question was, What do you need to complete a puzzle?
Okay.
Pieces.
Okay. Pieces.
Time.
Flat surface. Time. Patience is what I said. Wrong. It was wrong.
Patience. I would have said
And
patience.
I was the fifth one, so I got down the ladder again as the fifth one. I said shape knowledge. That was the dumbest. That was the dumbest one I had because I had nothing left.
What was the last
Dummy.
answer?
It was the last one I
What
had,
was
but
the
it was. But the funniest one is Will was like he said a drink, and everyone was like, what the-
Oh,
but
yeah.
And funny enough, it was Chardonnay, like so specific. I'm giving this away. I'm gonna get NDA and I'm gonna get killed, but like still, like
Chardonnay.
but like he said a drink and he got it because of Chardonnay.
You know what's so funny? Someone asked us I
That's
asked
wild.
either on the pod or at like an event I was at recently. We asked someone if you didn't do what you did, and I'm gonna ask you guys this after. If you didn't do what you do currently, so music, accountant, what would you do? And my answer was if I didn't do like construction or like social media, I would love to be a fucking like TV game show host.
You'd be so good at it.
I think I'd fucking
you'd be
kill it.
so good at it.
Rachel, open up box 17. What do we got here? You know,
You
like,
scared me for a second.
you can picture me doing that.
I would work in sales at a company called Media Planet probably if I wasn't working.
I hope you would both work there again.
Imagine you just return the return of the
at
king.
this age. At this age, we'd be like, "Oh, you're way too old." to be
Boys
here."
are back.
I can't say what I'd want to do because my boss is in front of me.
If you weren't an accountant, Danielle, what would you do?
What would you do?
And you can't say a job you've already done.
Correct.
I was gonna say probably what I was doing
I know,
before.
No, you
You
can't.
can't say that.
Dream job.
Working.
Money's not an option.
My sister's gonna kill me for saying this, but working for Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, that's a good answer.
I want
That's
to be.
a-
I want to be Andra.
Like a
It's
judge?
okay. No. Well, no.
You want to teach them the dances?
No, I just want to be in the back. I want to.
Are you a good dancer? Are you a good dancer?
She was a
Not
dancer.
anymore,
She
but-
was.
Oh, sick.
I want to pick like who's the contestants and
Okay.
like assign them together.
Amazing.
that's cool.
I love that.
Shep, what would you do, honestly? If you weren't into music?
I want to. I mean, could it still be music or no?
No, can't have anything to do with music.
Okay. I'd be a pilot. I think.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
I feel as if like if you have the ability to take yourself around the world at any time of the day, and you can comfortably do that. That just seems to me like the closest thing to teleportation.
See, but I feel like
you
I
could
think
possibly
that like
have.
I think in 5 years or maybe 10 years, like pilots are gonna be like kind of irrelevant. I feel like they
Yeah.
take off and they land and that's it.
That's what I'm terrified of. Is like getting on a plane with no pilot. It's
With, like,
coming.
AI.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Oh, it's definitely.
Have you
coming.
Have you seen Leave the World Behind on Netflix?
Did you like
No.
it?
It's okay.
I didn't
I
like it,
love
but
the
I get-
Tesla scene though. That was crazy.
Have you tried
yeah,
the
I love the
robot
premise behind
The
Ubers?
premise was great. The ending sucked.
Have you tried the robot Ubers?
Yes, in
There's a lot in
Scottsdale I did.
Scottsdale because
I did in
Scottsdale is one of the
Scottsdale.
first.
You get in,
things.
you can sit in the driver's seat, and like
sit
the
in
car
it,
just
and then
takes
just
you wherever you
goes.
want.
You pick
They're
your own
Jaguar,
music.
they're Jaguar SUVs.
Mike, you hearing this? There's Ubers with Uberless, driverless
drivers.
Ubers in Scottsdale.
Robots.
You gotta get in one of them. Yeah.
Jaguar
Yeah,
SUVs
Dave,
are so
me and you,
nice.
buddy.
No, it's gonna be Mike's bachelor party like next year.
Move
with
to Scottsdale with me.
So, George and Mike are doing a joint bachelor party next year in Scottsdale.
Both of you guys?
Yeah, so there's like 20
That's
of us.
that's
There's-
terrifying. That's terrifying.
There's like
Marina
18
keeps
of us.
not.
There's like 18 of us going down, and we got this
18
like crazy.
in Scottsdale.
Mike, how many of us are there? 18, 16? There's like 16 of us going down. Scottsdale is one of my favorite
You
places.
guys get
on
a
earth.
massive villa,
Yeah, we got a massive house.
I
like
love that.
Pool, ping pong, pickleball,
like
court,
putting green.
putting green, like the whole
Fuck
9
yeah.
yards, right? So
Love that.
we get it Thursday night, go out, wake up Friday, golf, dinner, out, pool
Drinks.
party, out,
Drinks.
drinks, out,
Drinks.
after party, out.
Scottsdale is a special place. It is a
I've
special
never
place.
been.
You have to go.
You've never
It's
been to
very
Scottsdale?
good. Also Nashville though.
I went to Nashville
pretty
last
fun.
year. We went for the first
I know how much
time.
Ricky loves Nashville, but I love it too because funny enough, believe it or not, Nashville has, I'm saying this right now, has one of the best dance music scenes I've ever been to.
Really? So I went with
I went there
family.
expecting to like play country
Wait,
music,
what?
and they had one of the best dance music scenes I've ever
I
been
just think
to.
it's a
Where?
music city.
I played in like that. So I pull up in this strip mall. It's in the basement of this. I was like, oh, what am I getting myself into here playing this show? I go in this basement, fucking amazing
Chef's like, "We're gonna
club.
get chintz, they're gonna pay me
Literally
to bring
though,
tickets or
no,
something."
it was slammed. It was like 11:30. I was going on at 12:30 or 1, and the place is already full. And every song I played, everyone lost their minds. And like I went to an after party, everyone's just like they love dance music, and like I got to shout out Nashville because it's that good.
So I went with family, so I feel like I had a very different experience because I stayed there for 4 days before then heading to Miami to meet Ricky. So it was like, and my sister's young, so she's not a baby, and it's Tennessee.
Sophia is a baby.
She's not a baby, but she's also not listening.
Perfect.
But it's like 20, like it's 100% ID state.
Oh yeah, they're so
Most
harsh on
states
it.
are.
They're so harsh on it.
Michigan
No,
is? Michigan
No,
is?
it's by law 100% ID state. So my mom gets ID'd in Nashville. She couldn't have a drink at a restaurant because she didn't have her ID with her.
So after the Taylor Swift concert, me and my mom didn't get into a bar because my mom didn't have her
But that's
ID.
not every state. It's only certain. She goes to New York, she gotta have drinks. LA has drinks.
My mom's
My mom's right
pretty
here.
lady, but she's like, you can tell she's
I
definitely
love
over
your
21.
mom's
Elaine's
like
the go. Elaine's
sweetheart.
The go. Elaine's the go.
Elaine thought we were
Sweetheart.
live broadcasting this podcast.
Yeah, she messaged me.
online.
She's like, yesterday, she's like, so how do I watch
I
this?
love
I'm
you,
like,
Elaine.
She's like, is it on TikTok, Instagram?
She's
I'm
the
like,
biggest sweetheart I've
I'm
ever
like,
met.
Mom, you have to
honestly.
be there. You can't watch it. She's like, but how do I see it? I'm like, it'll come out on Monday or Tuesday, right? She's like, oh, so like I have to watch it like that? I was like, yeah, Mom.
Yeah, Mom.
Elaine's the go. She's ripping
You're
pickleball
the
right
best.
now.
You're the
probably.
best.
Love you, Mom.
You're the best.
I'm so jealous.
I know. Shep, what do you any like fun travel plans lined up for 2024?
I'm going to Barbados for New Year's. I'm playing
love
in
that.
Barbados for New Year's. I usually do Bahamas or Barbados. I just want the sun.
Where do you stay in Bahamas?
Bahamas, one of my best friends, Antoine, lives there, and basically he runs all of the AV sound and lighting in the entire island. So if there's a light on at Baha Mar, Atlantis, or like there's like a concert, he's your guy. And
Wow.
Nice
literally,
plug to
and
have,
so
eh,
like,
Shep?
so I'll never forget. Like he invited me into his home. I stayed for a month in his house. He put a studio in his spare bedroom for me to work out of, and every day he would just go to work, and I would just like write stuff, and I would show him at the end of the day, and like he's the greatest human being on the planet. So like I say at Antoine's house, he's the fucking best. I love you.
We need to come. We need to come see.
But
Shep
Bahamas is the
DJ in a
best.
different
But
city.
Baha Mar is like one of the coolest new,
So, we
beautiful
used to-
casino. You feel like you're in Vegas. It's nice.
Well, we used to go to Atlanta since I was a kid, like every single year or whatever. And then like our last time in the Bahamas, we stayed at Baha Mar. And we had a place at Rosewood.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh my
Rosewood is
God.
stunning.
And like it was gorgeous. But it was like it was Raptors championship year.
Oh wow.
What a run that
So
was.
I missed a game, and I was like working for them at the time, and I go and there's like one bar there that would play the game. So we went and sat down, but it was like, it was so much fun.
But yeah, no, Barbados for New Year's, and then I'm gonna do the Canadian tour, and then
So wait, where are you playing Canadian tour?
so we're doing Halifax, Moncton, at the University of Moncton, which is like I've never been to New Brunswick. Actually, I have been to New Brunswick, and it's chaotic.
Okay.
Gonna do that. Montreal, Toronto. So Velvet Underground, February 24th. My
Fuck
first
yeah,
true headline
baby.
show in Toronto, like the big one.
And
Is
Velvet
gonna be
Underground's
there.
nice.
So
Velvet.
fun.
So that's
Yeah.
February 24th. London, Hamilton,
Where are you playing?
Ottawa, at Rum Runners, I believe.
Oh, okay, cool.
Shout
out to the Manuel family.
Shout out to the Manuel family. And then we're gonna head west and do hopefully it's not confirmed yet, but like Whistler, Vancouver,
Unreal.
Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg.
Right, you'd be sick doing like Whistler in like November.
I know.
Or December, like December.
Just the
when it
après
goes-
ski parties
Oh,
are
yeah,
just
so
the
It's
best.
just
At
like-
Longhorns,
Longhorns,
is
like,
the
you at
greatest
Longhorns
place.
would be the best
I
thing
DJed
ever.
Longhorns this year in the summer, and it was crazy in
I
the
wouldn't-
summer, let alone like.
Yeah.
We're
It's
going.
so much fun.
We're going late January. Me, George, and like a bunch of buddies. And I said, I'm like, we get there Friday night. I said, I don't want to go out Friday night. I want to have like a nice casual night. Saturday, I want to wake up, ski from like 11 till 2, and then boom, après. I'm like, don't book dinner. Don't make any plans at night. Don't ask me
I
to
love
ski
that the
somewhere.
runs close at 2 p.m. and you go down that last run into Longhorns, and you get a shot of Jaeger when you walk in,
And
you
I,
just
like,
go
I've
into the
never been
craziness.
When I was at Whistler, we didn't ski.
No,
I was at my
it
friend's.
happens. It
I
happens.
was at my friend's boss's house. It was like,
But Danielle, you would go skiing in a jacket like this, probably.
no, I'm going to Banff in a couple weeks. Let's see if I ski.
You're gonna be
Love
wearing
that.
this though, for sure.
For sure.
I have more than one coat.
But you're the type of like fashion over function.
No, comfort, warmth.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyways.
we're kind of nearing that point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wrapping it up.
But Shep, actually, we used to ask this all the time, and like we kind of ask it periodically now. But what's one piece of advice you'd give to your younger self, like a younger Shep?
I think just don't stress the little things. Like there's gonna be so many hiccups along the road, no matter what career you're in. And I think there's been so many times I've been down on myself, and I've or compared myself to other people when I shouldn't have never done that. It's just put your head down, focus, grind, and understand that you're gonna have ups and downs. But I think it's one of those things where it's like don't compare yourself to other people and just focus and just take the wins as wins and don't stress the losses because you learn from them. And I think that's one of those things that you need to understand growing up is that like you're gonna have the L's, you're gonna take L's, and it's like one of those things that like me and especially in music, one of the most competitive industries in that exists. Like there's so many times where I watch friends of mine or like people that I know surpass me, and I was like fucking losing my mind, and I was like, and I got down on it, but when I could have just sat in the studio and just worked. And I think that's one of the big things is like don't dwell on it, keep your head down and just go. And I think that's the big one.
Danny, over to you. What's one thing you would tell your younger self?
So I've already answered this question. Be confident.
Really? Be confident?
Yeah, because there's like so many times that you lose the confidence in like anything you do, and like I don't know, maybe just me as a person, I'd go into different situations, but if you go into a situation with confidence, like it doesn't matter what happens, who's there, like what's going on in the like at time in your life, but like if you go in with confidence, everything's gonna be okay. And like that's what I remind myself. Like I came in here today and I was like, someone told me that once. They looked at me. We were sitting at a restaurant. I was like, I had so much anxiety and like nerves were running through my body. Yeah. And he looks at me. He goes, "Be confident." And you know what? In my head since then, I love it.
Mine's very similar too. Like my thing is, nobody like. I would tell myself like nobody cares what you're doing. Just fucking do it. Do you? Nobody gives a fuck. If they would be like, oh, what are other people gonna think? Nobody fucking cares.
No one cares enough.
Nobody cares.
You care more about what people think than what they actually care about
100%.
what you're feeling.
And you end up dwelling on that, and you end up just like letting it drive you crazy.
It drives you crazier.
Yeah. It is.
I love that. Well,
anyway,
honestly, I'm so proud of you guys. Episode 250. I'm so honored to be on my third trip around the sun here.
I know,
my third trip around the sun.
It's my first episode with you, but I'm so happy you're here for like the third time.
I know, but I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are like so great, and I love what you guys are doing. I've always loved this podcast. I listen to it all the time, and I'm just so happy for you guys. 250 episodes, guys. It's fucking crazy.
I know.
It's crazy. Congratulations.
Do you know what it is? Wow, because there was a moment we were like probably like earlier this year, maybe like end of Q1, early Q2, George left, Danny's in tax season, and you're like, is this gonna carry on? Like, are we gonna? Is this where it dies? And like, I hate quitting things. I just like fucking.
I remember you telling me that you had this idea to do this podcast, and I remember like we were at Locals Only, and you're like, I'm gonna do this podcast. We're gonna have all of our friends on it. It's gonna be great. Yeah. And I was like, I'll believe it when I see it. Like, let's like I don't want a Locals Only chat. Like, let me see it. And now you're 250 episodes in. That's awesome, dude.
Well, there's like always gonna be bumps in the road too, especially like
of course it's
us
not gonna be easy.
transitioning to doing it me and him, but I think we're at a good stable place now, and like we're just ready to keep going.
We're a good stable place in our relationship.
In our podcast relationship.
How's your podcast relationship? How's your personal relationship though too?
Our podcast will
happen, right?
There was one time where I was like, Danny, fuck, I love you as a friend, but with this podcast partnership, like I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, see, like I feel like that sometimes.
Baby,
I don't
right?
say
It's his baby. Like,
yeah, but like I don't.
It's our baby. It's our metaphorical
our baby now.
We've literally birthed the baby
together.
I'm ready to wrap up. Thank you so much for listening to the Pals Podcast. If you want to hear more about us, follow us at the Pals Podcast. Follow Pals.
The Pals.
Pals. And then follow Ryan Shepherd on Instagram.
With an H.
And TikTok.
With an H.
So HERD, not two P's and ARD. It happens all the time.
Yeah. If we didn't work together and like I didn't see your email, I
you would 100% do that.
Give Danny a follow. Danny,
let's go. Give Danny a follow. Give Ricky a follow. Let's get Ricky on a reality TV show ASAP.
Yeah, guys, honestly, thank you. Thank you for everyone who showed up today, guys. Really appreciate you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Drinks. Help yourself to some drinks. Shep's going to DJ now. Okay. We're going to get into one. We're going to have a fun time. And that is off. Signing off. 250,000 episodes.
That's crazy.